Start again, Madhu.
Okay. So, thank you so much, Padma, for this opportunity, for giving me this chance to talk about mental health, particularly uh, in relation with Women's Day and on this day. So definitely when it comes to mental health, I am usually pretty much interested to talk because uh, as myself, I have seen through many ups and downs through my different phases of life. So I am pretty much interested in talking about mental health and creating awareness and bringing awareness in people more and more. So here I am just to share some of the points because usually when it comes to mental health, we are always shy to talk about it and we don't want to talk openly about it, but definitely mental health is the thing so which we need to talk more openly rather than the physical health part. So that is what I just wanted to share some points regarding that. So thank you so much who all joined here and listening to me. So appreciate your time. Firstly, appreciate your time joining here, and here we go. Thank you. Can you see the presentation, PPT?
Yes, Madhu.
Okay. So firstly, so when we say mental health is important for all of us, not only women. So it's important for everyone, super important. And because we never know the struggles we are actually facing, whatever the societal pressures we have and the changes in the body women face. So these all are the unseen pressures we have over the years developing, so which impact our mental health in a way. So we are here to examine some struggles uh, going further, and I want you to be with me. Sorry, is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, audible. Kirtan,
Okay.
madam, please check your signal.
Ma'am, it's a little low here also.
Is it better now?
Yeah, little louder you have to say, Madhuji.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, so this is how we are. So firstly, first thing, I just want to ask, so how many of us think that we are doing pretty good? So we do not have any mental health issues, or we do have any mental issues, mental illness or whatever. So but how many of us, how many of you agree with me? Actually, so how many of how many of you agree with me that we do have some mental issues or to address, or we do have some mental health issues to address? So how many of you agree with me? Which we don't talk about. Okay, so we do have so many concerns. It's not always illness, but we do have many issues to address, right? So that is what we are discussing.
Please, everyone, mute yourself.
So here we can see five people actually like talking, right? So can anyone of you like identify who has mental illness from them? So at least can you pick anyone, or can you judge by their appearance or whatever they are talking? Anyone, please. So I just wanted to be interactive. So anyone, if you can say, and even in chat, it's fine.
Please come up, guys. Manjula is saying purple one.
Okay. Purple one, and we cannot judge. Okay. So anyone else? So the actual thing
The
is
white
we never
shirt guy.
sorry, white shirt. Okay. So
Yeah, Madhu.
yeah, the actual thing is we never know because they all seem same because we never can identify that they are going through a mental struggle or any mental issues. That can definitely not happen with physical symptoms what we see them or what we face them. So we never know what they are going through. So what do we think actually what actually mental health is? So mental health is the way we feel and think about ourselves and the world around us, making it happy and being able to handle all the ups and downs and just getting along with others. So that's as simple as it. So, which usually 90% or even 95% of us face struggles in dealing every day, even day-to-day situations, handling our mental health. So, see, many may have problem with their self-care or handling with others, handling situation with others or in-laws or husband or kids, and we aren't able to take any stress, we aren't able to handle the stress. So and also moving socially, so when all these come under dealing with our managing the mental health. So what percentage of the women you think we have a mental illness in the society? See, I'm not saying it's a problem. So we are not talking about it as a disease, but we are talking it as illness itself. So it's the basic mental illness, whatever symptoms we have. So it's the illness. So what percentage of women do you think have mental illness in our current society? At least approximate, whatever you feel.
Comment in the chat box.
Yeah, please comment in the chat box. Or just for 2 seconds. I'm not going to take much time.
Majority. They
Yeah,
say
majority and 60%. Okay.
Manjula is in 60%. 50, yes, sir.
So
One
according to
in five.
WHO, yes, according to WHO report recently, so they have uh, declared it to be 1 in 3 women worldwide have been experiencing mental health disorders during their lifetime. It may not be throughout their lifetime, but may it be their pregnancy or menopause or adolescence or whatever. So any phase of their life. So at least 1 in 3 women have been seeing this mental health issues. So actually the most difficult part is, as I said, as I have shared in the previous slide, so it's hard to identify who are actually going through mental struggles or mental illness. So that is the hard part, right? So recognizing them because people don't want to share, or even I myself who have been through this phase have never expressed it to anyone that I have some mental disturbances going on or I have some sort of issues going on. I never opened up myself and I have never expressed myself. So most of us, majority of us do sail in the same boat that we never want to express it out loud, that we have some. See, we might have, okay, I had a injury here, I have a pain here, I have fever. So we are not that open to talk about our mental health with anyone, in fact. So then how do we deal with it? So how do we know or how do we even understand our own mental illness in case we are not able to understand, and how can we help the fellow women or who are with us? So there are some significant signs which go step by step. Usually it's not all at once, but they go step by step. So usually it starts with the changes in the behaviors and social withdrawal. So to take this as an example, so usually people who is actively in touch or who is regularly in contact with you, suddenly like avoiding contact or doesn't want to hang out with friends or doesn't want to come out of the home. So these things can be treated as, the first step because they are not able to mingle with anyone and you do not want to step out of your comfort zone. So staying in your comfort zone or restricting yourself to a limited place. So it all starts from there. So and then next goes the emotional distress and the acting weird. So that shows up the mood swings So, and they are not hard enough to make their own decisions, so always confused, and too much of any emotional distress that can happen. So too much of anger, too much of crying, too much of pain, anything will fall under this place. See, definitely, usually we do have a concern for pregnant women and postpartum women. So we usually try to see the symptoms, whenever they are dealing with this, we say, okay, they are in postpartum, so they have these issues. And we, at least, there is awareness definitely these days. So we try to address them at least, but various other phases are there. So even adolescence is also given importance. The puberty phase is also given importance these days because people are talking about it. But there are some, see, for no reason you can still go through these phases. That's all. So, but when we observe through the patterns they are going through, definitely we can take a step forward to help them. So, and then it leads to the physical symptoms and the chronic health issues. So, which we see, we have been studying them holistically. So the physical symptoms we see starting from just a small headache or a anxiety, which can lead to furthermore chronic health issues like diabetes, hypertension, and furthermore underlying conditions. So which can go a way beyond what we expect. Okay, so and overwhelmed and not taking care of themselves also is something similar. So it might seem simple. See, some days when people say, okay, they are just lazy. Okay, let it be. I am having a lazy day. So lazy day can be 1 day or 2 days, but lazy days cannot be for a week or a month. So if that is happening, then there is something wrong happening on their side. So which definitely needs to be addressed. And so that is how, so in case they are not taking care of their food, like having irregular food pattern or irregular sleep pattern, binge watching, binge eating, and also sudden weight loss, also sudden weight gain. So these all things come in here. So those are all seen, can be seen as a, all, they are all can be seen as symptoms as well. And there is this self-destructive behavior, which is like, almost a bit more advanced step. So not taking care of themselves, like they are not conscious while doing things. So maybe some kind of addictions might happen, or any substance abuse when you are addicted to something else. And also being reckless in doing things, may it be vegetable chopping or when you are driving. So you are so reckless about it. So, you don't care. So that is how we describe the self-destructive behavior, and also the suicidal thoughts or the patterns. So we all, we are all aware of it. So definitely, it's we have discussed much about it because it takes a whole thing again to discuss about the suicidal thoughts. So I don't want to go much detail into about it, but this is like the advanced stage. So when we are not addressing it in the earlier stages, when the things are happening or going out of our hand, so it might lead here somewhere or someday. So what are the threats to women's mental health? So basically we have the standard pattern. So definitely we do have some social and environmental factors as well, like the gender discrimination or the equality, education. So we have so many social factors and also many discrimination factors. But considering it in health point of view, definitely stress is the first thing. And when we do not address the irregular eating patterns or the physical activity or the improper sleep or sleep cycle, is considered to be the risk factors for the mental health. So stress do come in many forms. So it can be man-made, or it can be from outside, or from third person, or from the past. So we do have so many stresses. So when we are dealing with the daily activities, and there may be some unexpected situations, unexpected events in the city or place, and from the third person perspective as well. So there is, stress is always there for everything. we do listen to this these days anyway. So I'm stressed, I'm stressed, I'm stressed. So the stress comes in many forms. So, but the things we have to do, like starting, we just want the stress to overwhelm us, just like that. So, how do we start it? How do we start making the change? Because we all know that stress is bad when we cannot avoid it. But how do we take care of it in a gentle way? So, the first things first, notice the stress. So we are not ignoring it. So we are noticing it, and we try to understand so what is disturbing us and how our body is responding to the stress. Okay. So the first thing is, so we try to understand the stress and how it is disturbing us, and what all we can do to change or avoid the situation that is causing the stress. Or if we are not able to avoid the situation, maybe we can try to reduce the intensity. So if it is happening at a bigger level, so we try to reduce the intensity and be a little bit lesser stress we try to take. And we try to take some short breaks with that. And so, and we try some natural holistic ways to cope up with the stress. So we have few ways coping up with the stress. So adopting to a slower lifestyle. See, we do not want to rush anything. So when there is time restraint, most of the time stress is associated with time restraint. So you have goals in a fixed time. So we want to achieve it in that time, and we are not able to do it. So because we are not meeting our expectations, so that is when the stress comes up. So maybe it's not always wrong to adopt to a slower lifestyle. So we want to calm down. We want to take a step back and to understand the things and to understand it better, to understand the situation better, like I said. So what all is causing stress, and if we can reduce the intensity or the stress in any possible way. And next comes the deep breathing exercises. So this which has been emphasized. So I'm pretty much happy that I hear from many of them these days, like they are practicing breathing exercises. So almost from the people I know, at least 90% of the women or men do practice breathing exercises with the awareness created, maybe with the technology advancement or so. At least they are aware, even though they may not do it the right way. So they are aware of doing the deep breathing exercises. So, and they are trying to do it. So taking out the stress and, taking out the load. And the best thing and my favorite part is the spending time in nature. So definitely going for a nature walk relieves pretty good. It gives a pretty good feeling once we go for a nature walk. So many of you might have been experiencing it already. So whenever, usually most of us pass time. So when we are stressed, so we just want to take a walk. Okay, everything should be fine, and to pause our thought process, whatever is going in your mind. So we just want to pause everything and just go for a walk in the nature. So that is how spending in time in nature and tree hunting, actually the trekking. So there are a lot of things that uh, do help spending time in nature and in stress relieving and engaging in creative activities. So this is the best part. So like identifying our hobbies or passions. So whatever we like to do, it can be painting, it can be drawing, or even playing a board game with your kids or sitting with them, playing with them. So that itself is a creative activity. So because we learn many things when we sit with kids and we start drawing with them. I do really enjoy drawing or painting with my kids when I am doing it with them, because I learn so many things, because they are always like, pretty much excited to share their knowledge. So they say, okay, these are primary colors, these are secondary colors, you mix these colors. Do you know this? Do you know that? So they always want to share something, and they are pretty much excited always. So it definitely keeps you happy and lifts your mood up. So I always enjoy spending these creative activities with my kids. And this is the most important part, seeking help. So because as I said, the first place itself, we never want to talk about it, because there might be many people who want to support us to relieve stress, because they want to listen to you, or they might want to help you. But most of the times we do not want to take the help from them. So we take a step back and we are not always open to share our feelings that we are stressed and we want to take that help. So nextly coming to the nutrition part, so we have the irregular eating patterns as we discussed. So we all know that a proper nutrition is definitely essential to maintain the immune system and maintaining the health. So associating this irregular eating patterns with mental health. So there are many nutrient deficiencies associated with mental health issues, basically. So particularly when we take, because the deficiency of vitamin D and also B12 are much, known for causing mental health issues or anxiety, depression. So those include omega-3 fatty acids as well, and also on some minerals like magnesium and zinc. So which we may not emphasize on taking them on day-to-day basis, because these are the additional things which we may not be focused that we include in our day-to-day life or day-to-day diet. So which needs to be emphasized. And poor dietary choices. See, poor dietary, these are all like interrelated. So when we have a bad day, uh, we don't want to cook or we don't want to do anything. So we make some, you know, how should I say, like, okay, so we do not have the energy to cook. So we depend on something else. So we want to make some ready-made instant foods, or we want to get something from outside, or we want to order from outside. So which is in turn affecting with the components we get or components we have. So definitely it's in turn affecting the unhealthy fats or the sugars, whatever is happening, it's still affecting our mental health again. So, and also the emotional eating. Usually, emotional eating comes when we use the food as a reward or a treat. Basically, I definitely have faced this emotional eating part, because whenever I had a low day or I wasn't feeling good, a sweet treat would definitely lift my mood, which would make me pretty much happy. So that is what I used to do so much. So one second. Sorry, ma'am,
Mother, it's stuck, you know?
one second. Sorry, sir.
It's okay.
Is it better now? Yep.
It's okay. Fine.
Okay, so along with this, we have the eating disorders as well. Like when we are fasting, feasting, and binge eating, binge washing. So all these include the irregular eating patterns, which in turn affect our mental health as well. So what can we do? Because we have few sources, pretty much good nutrient sources for coping up with these deficiencies. For omega-3, we have some seafood sources, also the nuts, and fish oil supplements are available, which are fortified, and B vitamins as well, which are plentifully available in brown rice and quinoa. Also, some dairy products as well. So we do have some sources of these vitamin D and magnesium, zinc. So when we try to include most of the nuts and seafoods, which are pretty good in helping with the in achieving the nutritional deficiencies. And now we are just moving to the lack of physical activity. So physical activity is like, what should I say? So physical activity is like a bicycle. So when we sit on it, we just move. So you cannot just sit idle on a bicycle. So that is how I want to convey it. Like, so you just, our body is also like that. So we just need to move. So the sedentary behavior, which could impact our movement flexibility. So as we got, particularly post-COVID, as we got restricted to our homes, and there are many work from home options, remote working patterns. So there is, reduced flexibility of the body. And we started, like more and more sedentary, adopted to the more and more sedentary lifestyle. So which in turn is affecting our weight gain. So which, because we are consuming the calories but we are not spending in a wise way. So, and social isolation, because this pattern is again coming back to the social isolation, because we want to restrict ourselves to home, and or maybe we might be engaged with our work, but we are restricting ourselves from meeting up with the people, and which is also affecting our sleep patterns further. So what all we can do uh, to, to improve our physical activity, taking like small baby steps. So we just want to take the stairs instead of lift. So we can start with that. So it can be a simple step to start. We can walk or bike to places, and we can take regular breaks, keeping reminders. So we keep move around the house even when we are at house or at workplace, and making the daily chores count. So doing the chores by ourselves, household chores by ourselves, and planning some active outings like trekking or other physical movement involved outings as well. So, and taking the active breaks at work. So, which could definitely help us get better to improve the physical activity as well. So coming to the last part, so sleep is usually the most neglected one, but the most important one. So especially this is post-COVID, so we see a group, almost this particular age group, who have been, seeing that impaired performance, like in their activities or education. We are seeing their inefficiency in performing well due to the lack of sleep, particularly because we definitely need a good amount of sleep, at least 8 to 10 hours. So, but I think hardly we have these days, maybe at least with watching TV or with work. So hardly people do have 6 to 8 hours hardly sleep. That is what I say. So the insufficient sleep is again linked to obesity as well further. So what can we do to improve the sleep pattern or sleep quality? So avoiding the screen time at least 2 to 3 hours before sleep. So which could keep us calm, and exercising also. So, like a gentle exercise as we discussed, so definitely could help or improve the quality of our sleep we have, and also finishing our meals at least 2 hours before sleeping. So we have that gap for proper digestion as well. So this is the takeaway message I would like to give. Like, see, mental health is not alone always. So it is dependent on various other factors, including the physical activity. So when everything under balance, so when you have the right food, right activity, also managing your stress and a quality sleep together helps your mental wellness, which in turn helps your overall well-being. Thank you so much for being with me, and just happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madhu. So I hope everyone may get some information and knowledge about the mental health. So please, anyone have questions, comment in chat box. Otherwise, unmute yourself, and Madhu will answer to you. Anyone? Thank, thank you, Nursel, coming to you, Madhu.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being with me. Thank you.
Okay, if we don't have any questions, so first I shared one song with you. Okay, so all of you know that yantra, we have ना one shloka, right? यंत्र रमत्य पूज्यते, sorry मुझे याद नहीं आ रही है exact. Okay, Yantratu Nari Pujante Tantru Devata Ramante, right? Means where women worship their lives like a god, and wherever they are not worshipped, all actions result in failure. Means this is included in every area. That's why Madhu has chosen the mental health, and it's very, very important for everyone, right? Many are don't know about their mental health. Maybe they know the physical health, right? Everything they are looking outside the world, but inside a world, that is the mental health. How many of you agree? Raise your hands. Internal health is important or not, right? Yes, internal health also very important. And so thank you so much, Madhu. You are explained very well and very, very elaborately. Means you are given the such a solutions also how that diet and social and also physical activities, everything how that will be help to increase to our mental illness. Right, mental illness means basically all of you are having the binge eating or anything. No, if you are having some issue, maybe 1 week or maybe 10 days, so just to try to use these 4 tips and to try to come out of that situation, right? And I want all of you can let's pledge to support and uplift one another, right? And to create our space where women we can feel safe, and we can express our struggles or maybe seek help without any stigma or anything. And we also prioritize our mental health, right? So this is from my side. So anyone want to send the thank you note to Madhu, Kiran? Thank you, Samantha. Okay, so no questions. So just drop a, if you have any question regarding the topic, just drop a question in our group. And tomorrow we are coming with one more expert with the Age with Grace. And tomorrow we will meet at 5:30 p.m. Thank you for joining everyone. And now we are going to end the session. Madhu, you want to say something?
No, thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity, ma'am. And thank you everyone for being there till the end and for your appreciation. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
mental health is the need of the hour. So definitely just uh,
Yes, nowadays
take care of
it's much
yourself.
needed.
Yeah. Take care of yourself first. So we cannot pour from the empty cup. So we just need to take care of ourselves first and then you take care of everything around. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank
Thank you.
you.